I'm going to give an example like number 5 and 6 from the 450 sheet. Sketch a possible function with the given information. So I put one together here, and I'm going to say, let's pretend that this is an odd function, an odd degree, odd and negative. See if we remember what's going on there. So odd and negative. So if it's odd and negative, that means that it has to start up on top and end up at the bottom. It's going downhill. Even ones start up and end up, or start down and end down, if it's positive or negative. Odd ones start at the bottom left and go to the top right, going uphill, or they go downhill like this one, if it's odd negative. So that would be something like, maybe it's x to the third is the highest power, and it's got a -2 in front, or something like that. I don't know. Doesn't matter. The point is that it's going to have some characteristics that are in common, but it's got to go through these points. So I'm going to start up, but I'm going to end up down here. So it might just do, well, if I could go through the point, might just do this, right? It could be some kind of simple cubic. Maybe it does something more exciting. Maybe it goes down here and wiggles a little bit and then comes down here. I don't know, but I know that it's got some kind of situation like this. And that's all I'm really looking for you to do. Sometimes they're a little bit harder. For instance, if I take one of these away, it becomes a little more challenging to do the problem. Like, for instance, let's just have these two and keep it odd negative. Odd negative again. If it starts up here and goes down here, the problem is if you go through this point, you can't go through that point if you're going to end up at the bottom and it doesn't go through the x-axis again. You can only go through the x-axis at those 2 points. So if you did this, you'd be wrong because you're creating another 0 where there isn't one existing. So you have to figure out a way of going down there without going through the x-axis. So that's where you kind of bounce, like we talked about in the other example if you watch that one. Now, it doesn't have to be that way. I mean, it could be that way, but maybe it looks something different because you might have a different opinion about it, or might have seen it a different way. Maybe you bounce off of this one. So you could do it like that as well. The point is that it's odd negative, both examples, because they start at the top left, they go to the bottom right, and they only go through those 2 points. So the problems I'm going to have you do are going to be similar, except you have to figure out how to make it work. So